Alright, folks. Welcome to the now loading screen. Welcome to a very special episode, and there's going to be two more special episodes afterwards of Romancer 3 Kingdoms 11. This is the Mysterious JG, and today I have a very special guest.
You have Bobo the Vulture.
Yes, and the reason I have that very special guest is because I had a very special computer problem, and I lost my very special live commentary file. So rather than me sitting through this by myself, trying to figure out how the hell are people actually watching this LP. This game is so...
now you can ask me directly. Why are people still watching this LP?
Yeah, no, Bobo's going to help me get through this because, well, I vaguely remember what happened in these three videos. I don't think I'm going to be able to recreate the experience of pondering over decisions. What would you have done at this time? That's what Jogi Leon is asking us at this exciting moment. At this point, well, let's see. We've got like 2 cities left at South Peace. And I pull up the map. How did I know that was going to happen? Yeah, so I'm giving you the traditional, here's what's going on. I'm probably explaining my super exciting and complex
your strategy.
plan.
You have your forces divided into 3.
Well, at this point, really, the big thing, and I've mentioned this in other videos, what I'm trying to figure out now, and Bobo has confessed he's a few videos behind. He's not actually right up to this point in his viewing of the LP.
Well, I'm not up to this point. I'm guessing you're not up to this point in posting either, are you?
No, actually, this is going to get posted pretty much as soon as I get it edited.
Oh, okay. Well,
But, yeah, at this point, my big thing is, well, I mean, I've been eating away at Wei for a while, and eating away at Wei. And
but you're still allied with the Soons, is that right?
I'm still allied with Wu, and that alliance will automatically fall apart when Wei is defeated.
Yeah.
No matter how nice I am to them, I haven't bothered to try to maintain good relations with them because I know from previous plays, even if you have a trusted alliance at this point, they will end the alliance after Wei is defeated.
Yeah.
When there's only one force left on the map.
War were declared.
Right. So at this point, I'm playing around with. See, this is how it actually should look north-south.
Also,
but
I'm guessing now. Hopefully, you're not going to repeat the mistake and have your armies just march up to all the cities in Wu.
No.
And then finally just take that last city of Ways, and then they'll all get really confused because they're all being led by me.
No, they're not going to get confused because spoiler alert, what I think I end up doing is letting Wu break the alliance so I can feel like I've got the moral high ground. But at this point,
that is pretty much what Shu is all about. Apparently, it's just I certainly was in the right.
Yeah, basically. I just passed by Sun Wukong City there. It's Zhou Tai. No, but what's actually going on here is I'm trying to figure out, well, which of these cities do I want to take?
Not very good towers.
No, he's like, he's a Dynasty Warrior playable character, so
yeah.
He's one of the guys who's like super badass in combat, but
he's leading around a bunch of siege towers.
Leading around siege, right.
Yeah.
For some reason, Gan Ning, who at this point in the LP is in my force, I recruited him because he switched from Wu to Wei, and I conquered the city he was in, and he switched it. Well, no, he left when Cao Cao was executed. Well, not executed, he died. Cao Cao just died of natural causes.
Yeah.
A bunch of officers left. And now I'm about to display... Gan Ning, for some bizarre reason, has an S score with towers. Now, I'm sure there is a good reason. Somebody who knows the novel better than I do might point out to, some specific battle where he, fought in a city siege and therefore they gave him But, Gan Ning has a tower unit with S, and the reason I just sent him out is that I've noticed Wu, thanks to the fact that I've defeated Wei's armies pretty much utterly, is now finally closing in on that city. I'm like, no! You guys don't get to take this city. I did the work. Not to mention, that's the city where Cao Pi is.
Yeah.
At this point, I won't give away what happens, but at this point, I'm hoping...
Well, you have a track record at this point, don't you, of any Caos that you come across, typically.
It's not that I'm not going to give away what happens to Cao Pi when he's captured. At this point, I'm hoping that I can capture Cao Pi and Xiao Chun. Or, no, that's not. Xiao Chun's one of my cities. Well, there's a city up in the far northeast, and there's a city sort of in the east-central China.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping I can capture him in the city he's actually in, and then just because he's the ruler doesn't mean he gets to teleport across half of China when one of his cities is taken. And at this point, now I've played ahead a little, but at this point I don't know whether I'm going to be able to capture him, and that's my big hope.
I don't either, folks. I'm the same boat.
Yeah. this. So because I'm kind of curious who takes over. At this point, Cao Rui is actually a prisoner, because I took a city Cao Pi was in. I didn't think he was going to be able to escape. So instead of executing Cao Rui, his son, actually his son with Lady Zhen, now that I think about it, I didn't execute Cao Rui. I wanted to put him in prison to find out what happens if somebody inherits the rule of a kingdom while they are your prisoner. But as it turns out, I didn't actually have Cao Pi, but I couldn't tell whether I had him or not until I dealt with the other officers. That was annoying. So Huang Yueying is now going to head out in a tower unit.
We're accent bitches!
Because I think she was going to be in a tower unit with somebody else who outranked her.
Ganing's like, no way, I'm the best. But
Ganing already was, somebody was going to be in the unit with her, and I decided to take them out because I wanted it to be Yue Ying's unit, because that way it has the female vocalizations. And now I'm realizing that I don't have the vocalizations on.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But, I'm noticing this. I mean, I'm sure that you have other units that you've already marched that are already heading toward the city. But right now, it would appear that the bond between your forces and the forces of Wu is cemented by the fact that both of you guys like to send out
lots of
giant unaccompanied groups of siege weapons.
Well, I already had a couple of units out because Sima Yi had decided to go on offense. Oh, yeah, Sima Yi was attacking us with a cavalry unit for some bizarre reason. So I built a couple of towers, which is kind of ridiculous to build defensive towers at this point, but I was like, what the hell? And I basically encircled him. Now I'm knocking his units onto Wu units intentionally. And part of, for Dynasty Warriors fans, part of what's interesting about this is that Sima Yi's cavalry unit, and I'm attacking it with Deng Ai's cavalry unit. Deng Ai was a officer of under the Simas. So that's pretty exciting stuff if you're a Dynasty Warriors nerd. But yeah, the reason that I decided to start sending out towers, like, I wasn't planning on doing anything really with it on this turn, but then, yeah, as you can see, they're all weakened and stuff, but, like, Wu was surrounded that city almost.
Let's go into the city!
Yeah, Zhang Fei and the crew, I think Mr. Sirius is in that unit with him, actually.
Awesome.
This is the most brilliant unit ever. They went out to capture, at that point, an unoccupied port.
They just have to be glad that no one in China has discovered tinfoil yet, because something so shiny would mean they would never accomplish anything ever.
Well, I mean, Zhang Fei isn't so much about just complete mental retardation as just, soul-crushing alcoholism, but there's the Lego. He's going out there in towers. Yeah, I'm attacking from... at this point...
Lego, although oddly enough, he seems to be out there in Lincoln Logs.
They're, good point. He's got his erector set ready to go.
Speaking of erector set, I was hoping you were about to get ready to march. I don't know. Sexy ladies or something.
Yeah, it's like, speaking of erect, I don't really have anything, but I just like saying the word erect. Yeah, there's some sexy, they're just recruiting horses.
Yeah, hey.
They're building horses.
Oh no. It's Equus.
Yeah, something like that.
So you've got all your districts organized there. You have, well, yeah, you have some more districts put together then since the last time I was seeing one of these, but
yeah. Oh, which reminds me, somebody commented that I need to send Liu Bei to the city of Yei because there's an event that happens if your ruler is in Yei and you've got a certain number of cities. And I looked it up. I think I know what he's talking about. I just have to remember to do that the next time I'm actually recording new material. But there we've got. Oh yeah, I remember this now. J.G. Grimmett and this just came up on its own. I didn't even plan that. So I was like, oh shit. Well, maybe I did. Wait, actually, I don't know if I planned it or not. I wasn't watching closely enough to see if I manually set that up. But at this point, I'm planning to pull the trigger on this city in the north, and now I'm fretting about the fact that Bobo Vulture is off trying to hire a prisoner in a nearby city. So I can't put Vulture Bobo in the unit. And I think what I ended up deciding to do is just postpone the invasion until Vulture Bobo is available.
Well, now, and I understand the idea of getting all three of them together and that it will work really well. I think if we best to leave these orders to you, although not really you.
I guess I think it would be best to leave this orders to your in-game avatar, but since your game is chock full of them, we don't really know which one's actually yours.
But it does sort of negate the whole advantage of having sworn brothers, where they'd be like, "Oh, I can always rely on your help." You know, by not having them lead like
different units. Yeah, no, that's true.
But I don't imagine at this point you're really fretting too much about any of the battles being
I'm not worried about it. Well,
I think abilities.
Well, Volba the Vulture, folks, is here to help me record sound for the next 3 videos because I had a 90-minute recording session that basically my computer crapped out and I lost the sound file. And rather than, you know, like, you can have a lot of fun with post-commentary, but only if you know that it's coming and you leave yourself weird notepad messages that you then get to argue with yourself in Notepad later on, like a certain somebody has done. I really didn't know this was going to go like that until after the fact. So what I was getting to, sorry, Bob was helping me with like 3 videos. I've actually recorded like 4 or 5 videos ahead, and let me tell you something, Bob. I don't know why. When I go to war with Wu, suddenly the biggest fucking army in the history of the world gets deployed against me. There's this, you have this to look forward to, folks. The biggest battle with the most troops fighting simultaneously that we've ever seen in the game is coming up. Because as soon as I go to war with Wu, they do, I guess is the only sensible thing they can do, which is they mobilize everything immediately. They don't want to get slowly, you know...
They don't want you sucking off their troops.
They don't want me sucking off their troops, yeah. Well, they don't want to die the slow death that, oh yeah, I'm sending Ma Yunlu to try to hire Zhang He. Whew! I don't like icky girls. So, let's see if that works. Jing Tsai, in the video just previous to this one, which you haven't gotten to yet, Jing Tsai is recommended as someone to hire Zhang He, and it doesn't work.
Yes.
But, yeah, that's the thing. He only wants to talk to girls because they talk about makeup and stuff. But yeah, folks, a couple videos from now, you can look forward to big ass battle in which, like, basically Wu sends a huge army and I kick their ass, basically. But it takes some doing. And actually, you know, I haven't actually beaten them yet or anything,
well,
so it could all turn south in the very next video I record. But
well, by all means, refresh my memory. What turned out to be the fate of Zhihao Yuan, the BFF of Zhang He?
Zhihao Yuan, the BFF of Zhang He?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I captured him once, tried really hard, like, every turn, basically, checked to see if anyone could hire him, and eventually he broke out of prison. At this point, he's still serving Cao Pi.
Well, there you go. So they might still be hanging out, talking about the old times.
Well, Zhang He is in prison right now. If he breaks out too, they can get together and swap prison stories. I have a feeling that Zhang He will enjoy his time in prison more than Zhihao Yuan will. If you know what I'm saying.
I think I might have figured out where you're going with
I'm gonna piece that one together. I heard an interview with Mike Tyson many years ago where he was talking about prison and how there's gay sex all over the place, and oh, Harry just got hired. There's gay sex all over the place, and the guards don't do anything about it. That's what Mike Tyson said in this interview. Did not mean to be talking about Mike Tyson.
Han's army and Southeast arm, but yeah, no.
They don't like me anymore.
You guys, yeah, you're not.
I was willing to forgive what they've done in the past, but now they've hired Zhang He. Bonjour! There's Zhihao Yuan.
Yeah, there you go. And he's firing off arrows. He just destroyed. Whoa! He just killed Taishi C's unit.
Well, you know what this means. It's interesting we haven't been talking about it. Now, Zhihao Yuan and Zhang He are on opposing armies. The bromance could be truly tested by this.
Wow, this would be, yeah.
It's only a matter of time before I capture Zhihao Yuan again. We'll just have to see if it's Zhang He who has to hire him.
Charge.
So we just destroyed Sima Yi's unit. I was really hoping to capture him, and it didn't work out. But, best way to console myself is to immediately thrust Zhang Liao.
Yeah, that's...
And you can tell that Wei is on its last legs, because, like, who are the units we just got done fighting? Sima Yi, Zhang Liao, Zhihao Yuan is out. There are, like, no officers out there you haven't heard of yet. They've got all their officers concentrated in 2 cities.
Yeah.
So if they need to deploy somebody, they're going to deploy one of the best officers. Yeah. Not that it's going to help much, but... And now we and Wu are allied. I can move right through them without any zone of control issues.
You could even change their dreams if you were really so inclined.
Well, I've got Huang Zhong in my force. I can.
Yeah.
I've become confused. I must leave you. You are not following the path. That was a really tragic moment in that LP. The great relationship between Master Reaper, who's kind of loving but condescending towards his poor idiot assistant Bobo. Anyway.
Oh, there's a transport just sitting there? Okay.
Well,
in theory, they're en route to somewhere.
It's yes.
The wheels are turning, folks. There's just, you know, more
units
going on
in this game do not just, like, do little dancing around animations in their hexes.
They don't just tap their foot,
yes,
look at an imaginary watch, and then go to sleep.
They do not have Mega Man thing where, like, in Mega Man 2, it's like, or Mega Man 1, actually.
Yeah, Mega Man.
That blew our minds that he would blink.
He could friggin' blink. And
that was incredible.
Like, yeah,
Mario didn't fucking blink.
Yeah, and he's not even a friggin' robot. Nonetheless.
Mario's not even a friggin' robot.
No, Mario is for real. It's not just a power-up or whatever. That's a lot of horses.
I've gone very cavalry heavy. They move fast. They're technically weak against spears, but
when you got through all their tech tree relatively quickly, and of course,
yeah, they're the first
with all of the Ma's on your side now,
yeah,
you have a lot of good cavalry generals.
Well, I don't know if you've gotten to the point. I don't know how far behind you are, but my 5 Tiger Generals were declared, and
yeah, and they were like the actual 5 Tiger Generals, except
I got Pang Day instead of Huang Zhong.
Yeah.
Pang Day is like not a Ma, but an incredible fixable. He was like fighting for the Ma.
If I were a Ma, would I have flown as high?
Poor Pang.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, folks. Pang Tong dies in the Dynasty Warriors 7 shoe story mode. What? I know. I should have given you time to stop the video before I spoiled it.
Nah, I mean, yeah. I have no idea what the Pang Tong character is going to be like in Dynasty Warriors 7. He seemed like a likable enough dude, even if
I was pleasantly surprised. You do get to play as him.
Oh, that's cool.
Only for one mission, of course, because it's that one, but still.
Well, I mean, what, you get to...
I mean, you can play as him all you want in, like...
Empire
Challenge, whatever the hell mode it is. It's not called Conquest mode, that's what I'm talking about.
It's not called Conquest mode?
Yes, that's... shit. You know what I mean.
It
is called Conquest.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's like, it's not called that. I thought there was a pause there. I should be writing my punctuation out so that people can tell what I'm actually trying to say. Anyway, yeah, no, this is what I was afraid of. I don't really know what to say as I'm watching this.
I mean, yeah,
I can't really think of what I was doing at this point.
One thing I've noticed about all this, that I've noticed throughout the game, anytime you're looking at towns or something like that, you're like, wow, these people sure are putting out a lot of greenhouse gases. What the hell's going on? Because it's like just always like little puffs of smoke and crap coming out of the town.
The mints have like golden clouds of money, energy, or whatever. I don't know what that is about. Mint? I don't like mint. What other flavor you got? You're gonna shoot wrong anytime I get a chance to use her battle, but I haven't.
Duck Soup. There's a movie for you.
It is a movie.
And there you go. you may now have it. What are you gonna make here?
Probably, I guess I'm looking to make another tower. Why I'm probably in my live commentary talking about how much I really want to end this LP, not because I'm not enjoying the game anymore, but as I've made an announcement on my channel, so it shouldn't be news to anybody, but, you know, I'm going to be making an announcement about this, explain the details once everything's settled down, but I'm heading towards a point where I'm probably not going to be able to keep recording off consoles. So I'm like, really don't want this thing to be 95% done and then go into a hiatus.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like building towers. I'm like, I want to have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 different city conquering groups on the march at the same time. I'm talking about that. Of course, once I actually start fighting Wu, I can't bring myself to move that aggressively. It's just not the way I play the game. But Not to mention the fact that, spoiler alert, soon Xuen ends up, like, attacking, like, pretty much as soon as the truce is over, he's trying to attack me, which is to his credit. There's no other chance.
There's nothing else. Like, if he sits back and's like, well, I gotta build up my army, so
yeah,
that's never gonna work.
He's gotta try. I say he as though it was like, you know, an actual human intellect. That's pretty much the generic.
The computer AI. The AI is like, no, this isn't going to work.
Seems
Things are only going to get worse for me if we drag this out.
Seems like it's a little more aggressive than the AI is. I don't know if it varies a little from force to force, or if it just they try to make the last force you fight a little more aggressive. But yeah, they really threw a lot of troops at me at once.
Well, maybe they're assuming that the last force that you face should be smaller than you are because you've conquered other forces in the meantime. Which means it would be really terrible
unless you've already lost the game because the last force you're fighting is conquest of China.
That's well, in which case, you know, they're just bringing about the demise sooner. Sorry, come down with something, I think.
Coming down with a bad case. To see
Three Kingdoms fever.
Yes.
It's like Pac-Man fever, except
more violent. Yeah. Liu Bei is now like hanging out at this beachside resort here. But he's, I believe, and the joke I was making there is I wanted Liu Bei to send out an archer unit.
Yep.
And he wasn't available, and I kept like trying to figure out what was going on, like stupidly not realizing, oh, there's still a couple of facilities being developed there. He's probably signed up one of those. So at this point, I believe the joke I'm making is like, oh, well, first of all, the enemy guard seems a bit like, yeah, okay, guy escaped. All right, whatever. I don't even know who that is.
What is that right there?
Ma Chao is like, wasn't able to play.
Failed again. A Ma Chao.
Failure. Ma Chao the Splendid. Failure. Oh, Shitao has been employed. He's the Shitaoist officer of all.
That's why I took Zhuge Liang to go get him.
It's a joke I almost certainly made during the actual... Oh, and Luigi Underfack. He's like the last... one of the last graded officers who wasn't serving Wu or me. I couldn't get you, Fei. I tried to get you, Fei. I couldn't get you, Fei. I'll get you something else.
What's the matter, you, Fei?
Ling Tong. It's a nunchucks boy.
Yeah.
I think at this point I'm probably bitching out Mass Songer for failing in his duty. It's like, I really wanted Ling Tong.
Well, you know, honestly, at this point...
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying at this point, if you are working for any force other than Shu, and a representative of the Shu comes up to you and says,
you need to jump on that opportunity.
Yes. It's too late to get in on the ground floor, but you want to get in.
Yeah. We do have a reputation for killing our enemies, at least some of them. Oh, I see, now Sima Yi's already gotten another unit in the field. And now I'm pissed because... And I'm trying to figure out if I can duel with anybody. It's time to... And I decide dueling Zhang Liao. Probably not a good idea. That whole victory is special reward for anyone who made it this far in the LP. When JG Mystery beat Zhang Liao in a duel, that was a fluke. Just saying. That shouldn't really have happened. But what I was saying about Liu Bei before is like, you know, I went into this whole speech about it, like, I am Liu Bei, I am the Emperor of the Han, the Son of Heaven. I'll restore dignity and order to the land and bring peace to the people. But
Stop
first,
stealing, YOLO!
No, but first, I must build this farm. Yes. Oh, and I'm using, like, archery tactics with defeating Zhang Liao's unit using Huangzhong. The joke I made there was, I'm gonna change your dream of life into a dream of death. But the other thing was that I used archery tactics there that hit his unit, another Wei unit, and a Wu unit. Because we're still allies, but I'm a douchebag.
Yeah. You're like the worst ally ever. Yes. Hey Ching Chong. That is what she said.
And I did. I think I also apologized after saying that. It's like, hey man, I don't speak Chinese. I can't, you know, I don't know what they're saying.
This is the wild world of Batwoman.
I like when, well, I put up a video of that, didn't I?
Yeah, bro.
I watch your channel, I don't know. But, oh, I Well, anyway, I don't think I ever did make that public. But yeah, every time the female officers move around in this game, I'm also tempted to say, "I'll kick your ass, bitch," because I'm wet. Hey, my special sauce. My special sauce. So to any of my Chinese, I have like a small group of Chinese viewers who I don't think are watching my other stuff. That's a reference to another LP I did. I don't actually think people from China talk like that. So
yes.
There's Doom Screamy, the Empress, who just wandered into tower range for a particular.
How you doing, Doom Screamy? Hope you've been enjoying the Let's Plays Verobiz Supersonic over on my channel. Bobo the Vulture.
Why? Hey, Zhang Fei, how you doing? I hope you're also enjoying.
Oh no, I mean Doom Screamy actually has been watching those, commenting on them. It's, you know, a big happy Koei family.
Doom Screamy likes this kind of slow-moving Koei strategy game.
Big fan of Ko Shibusawa, apparently. And who can blame?
Anybody with sense is a fan of Ko Shibusawa.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I've been tempted. Even as I talk about how bad I need to wrap this up,
you're tempted to build a farm.
I'm tempted to build a farm.
Working on sex farm.
Guan Ping, Pang Day, and Zhang Liang, who I've been kind of making the new Liu Kong. And there's Guan Yimping, who is she is Guan Yu's daughter, so she'd be his adopted sister, whatever you want to say, sister. And I've pretty much decided she's more butch than he is, but... what was I
she
say?
totally knows all the ins and outs of the game Go.
Yeah, so she's an expert at Go. And Pang Day, I think I'm realizing now that I don't have enough... what am I realizing here? I don't have enough food in the city. Yeah, I don't have enough food in the city to send him out with a huge unit. Huge unit. Yes. So
I don't need no huge unit, I just need me in a casket.
Well, I mean, he does have a huge unit, and it's always pretty much firm because of River Purpose setting. But what I was gonna say was
White Riders, like the Brothers of Destruction, and their beautiful Titan motorcycles.
Yes. But I've lost what I was gonna say now. Now I'm just thinking about the Undertaker.
I'm sorry, I distracted you with thoughts of the Undertaker.
I've completely lost whatever it was I was gonna say. It's gone.
You were saying something about Guan Ping's butch sister.
Yeah, and before that though, it's like, oh, that was the first distraction I got off onto.
A ruler, vestment, staff, reward.
Well, that was Zhang He there again, getting rewarded. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna use this gold to buy all sorts of frilly things. Because, you know, clearly he's an insane ballet dancing guy, according to Koei.
Does that make him insane? He's a ballet dancing guy.
He's an insane ballet dancing guy. It's insane, ballet dancing. I mean, it's three separate things that all apply to him. He is insane. I mean, you've seen the games that he's in. It's not just that he likes ballets. He likes dancing around and making pixie wings appear during battle.
If you had the power to make pixie wings appear, you wouldn't do that occasionally just to throw people off?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that he might be crazy like a fox, but he's crazy. Oh, now he's gonna go recruit somebody. Let me bring him onto the
see, now that's exactly what conservative Christians are worried about.
That's right, the gay agenda. He's gonna go out there and teach your sons and daughters.
I'm Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you.
He is Harvey Milk. I mean, he's Harvey. He's like,
wait, Josh, recruit guy, you join.
That's well, not these two, but the chick that we just had a second ago. Oh, hey, Zhu Rong is gonna play leading Tong. They were close buddies, you know. Zhu Rong is Ming Huo's wife.
Yes, she's Zhu Rong.
Zhu Rong, yes. But Sai Yan,
she's the descendant of the god of fire, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I can't remember what she's called in Dynasty Warrior 7, but Sai Yan, the chick that I have been trying for the last several videos to hire with no success, is the crazy harp chick. Well, she's not crazy, but she's the harp chick who's responsible for there being a harp in the game, so that Cao Cao could have a harp during that one.
Have a harp.
Have a harp, Cao Cao.
So yeah, Sai Yan is she's a descendant of the goddess of light blue.
Yes. Why you lose
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm like Xiao Yuan's cousin or something.
I was joining Harm's army and helping whatever way I could. Sorry, Calpy.
Oh, they don't like me very much anymore. Zhang Yue, successful employee Gao Shang. Wow.
Is that an actual Zhao?
I don't know. Actually, I think it is. It's like, wow, you know, if it means not getting killed, alright.
Yes.
Shiju wrong, Shiju wrong. Successful
The ling tong tong tong, the ling tong tong.
Hey, I'm glad to join, I guess. He's supposed to be sarcastic. Or, you know, whatever. Apathetic and stuff. Jihao Hui will do my thing.
So, you're recruiting a lot of Caos and Zhaos at this point. That's,
yeah, they're pretty much...
It's not a good sign.
They're leaving the sinking ship.
Yeah.
The sinking dragon ship of the Emperor of Wei. Sima Yi, however, and his wife, Chihuahua, whatever her name was, he has a wife whose name kind of looks like the word Chihuahua.
I didn't even see what Dang Hai did there, but he apparently just was nauseated.
He got set up, I don't know. And he has a stutter too, so it's like...
No, not yet. The
Not
sound
yet.
seems to be holding up.
I'm sure it's coming down.
I'm knocking on wood right now.
Oh! Looks like we've managed to blather our way through 30 minutes worth of this.
Oh, I thought that was the whole point, right?
Pretty much. I still can't remember what I was trying to say before we started talking about The Undertaker.
I'll tell you what, folks, join us next time.
Next time, I might not remember that, but we probably will take a moment to explain why we started talking about The Undertaker when Fang Day was on screen. Because I don't know.
That may have only come up in Dynasty Wars.
Yeah, I'm not sure that... And it might have been mentioned briefly enough that no one remembers it. But either way, this is Mysterious JG.
And Bobo the Vulture.
We'd like to thank you very much for watching. Wanlu's here to tell us it's time for us to cut it off. Be back next time, and Bobo will be here to help me because I screwed up my sound. Thanks for watching, folks.
Bye.